Cooking up a storm, happy St. Paddy's Day. It's a special St. Paddy's Day edition of Cooking Up a Storm. And joining me in the Cooking Up a Storm kitchen is Galen and Tamby Wade. They are associated with the Pat Campbell 5K for fighting cancer in Toronto on March the 16th. So we're going to be talking about that, and we're also going to be cooking up. And of course, it's St. Paddy's Day, right?
Absolutely.
And thank you for being here, by the way. So we're going to have a little cheers, a little Guinness, Sláinte. So that's for good health, and we got to try. Tammy's never had a Guinness, so we got to get a reaction here. Give it a try. It's like a milkshake and a beer all in one.
Not bad. Impressive.
And because it's been sitting out for a while now, it's like this is traditional. When you get it over there, it's like room temperature. It's not ice cold like Americans like to drink it.
Not bad though.
Okay. Well, forget about cooking. I think we're ready with the beer. Okay, so we're making a couple things today. Two things, actually. And the one dish is going to be a dish that you're going to be like, why haven't I ever made this before? Colcannon. It sounds Irish, right? Colcannon. And what is Colcannon? It's mashed potatoes with cabbage. I'm adding some bacon to it, some onions. You could use kale. I'm telling you, it's going to be good. I don't know if you want to run a 5K after you eat this, maybe after the 5K to fill you up. And we're also going to make with it a Guinness stew, a Guinness Irish stew. So we're ready to go. We're going to start with the stew here. So we got our pot. We got 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Galen, I'm going to call you Galen or Gaelic if I slip a Gaelic because, it's Irish. Can you hand me the onions over there, the chopped onions? So we're going to start with these one chopped onion. Oh, sizzle factor, because that thing has been... That thing's been on for a while, and I'm just going to pop this guy over here. And so we're going to let that, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. We're going to let these onions cook for 3 to 4 minutes. But while that's doing that, why don't you guys tell me a little bit about the 5K, the Pat Campbell 5K fighting cancer in Toronto?
Well, the Pat Campbell Fighting Cancer 5K originally started back in 2010. The first event was several months after William Pat Campbell had passed away. His nickname was Pat because he was actually born on St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
So one of his good friends, George Comar, and Jenny Dickinson, also from Toronto, who had already been raising funds for the Tony Terramana Cancer Center, they joined up and started the Campbell Dickinson St. Patrick's Day 5K. And it's went through a few name changes over the years, but this will actually be the 13th event. There was one year that was canceled due to COVID since the inception, and they've helped raise over $250,000 for the Tony Terramana Cancer Center, which benefits families that are currently going through cancer treatments with utility bills, transportation, medical durable goods, anything that that is a financial stressor for the family. They're already going through so much already. It's nice to be able to help lessen that burden and help them focus on the things that matter, like beating cancer and spending time with your family.
Okay, great cause. And again, it's on March 16th. That's a Saturday. The race starts at 10:30 in the morning in Toronto, and Toronto, Ohio. And you can. We're going to have like a website. You could. Get onto our website. We'll have a link to the website here that you can check out. Sign up at. You can sign up ahead of time.
Yes, fightingcancer5k.com, or you can find us on Facebook, the same page name. But as soon as you get on the website, if you just scroll down maybe half a page, there's a register now link that'll take you straight to get me registered, and it has all the information.
Tamby's going to show us the shirt you're going to get. I take another sip of my Guinness.
Yes.
Look at that. Nice. That's a nice shirt. Now, of course, everyone, when they're running, I'm sure they're all decked out for St. Paddy's Day, right?
Yes. Head to toe green. If you have it, wear it.
Look like a leprechaun.
Exactly.
We've had a few like that, for sure.
Everything from face paint to green beards to the hats, socks.
The green tutus.
Tutus.
Yeah, absolutely.
We see just a little bit of everything.
By the way, that was a little bit of garlic that we're putting in there. Just a tablespoon of garlic, chopped up garlic that's going to go. This is going to cook for a little bit. So you were talking, since this is like a cooking show, you're talking about some of the things that they eat for breakfast before the race, right?
Yeah, I know that a lot of our racers like to do a Irish breakfast pre-race, which is some mixed alcohol with some bacon over it, which, some people enjoy to tailgate before their races, depending on how how bad they think that running the 5K is actually going to be.
Well, everything goes well with bacon,
Yes,
right? I mean,
yes.
so yeah. Okay.
And if you're walking, that helps you warm you up from the inside.
Yeah, so that'll be great. Now this is some stew meat. This is about 1.5 pounds of stew meat that we are going to, what I did is I put the onions and the garlic on the one side here. So I'm just going to plop my stew meat in here, and we're going to get that nice and seared and brown. And that's going to take a couple minutes. So several minutes have passed by and we have our stew meat nice and brown. Now we're going to add the other ingredients. So Gaelic. We got, what do we have here? We got carrots, we got some celery that was nice chopped up. That's two and two. And what I have here is not a shot of Jameson. It is a shot of Worcestershire sauce. I like saying that, Worcestershire. So the Worcestershire is going to go right in there. I just thought it'd be cool to put it on since it's St. Patty's Day, you know. Okay, what else do we have? We need some beer. We need the Guinness. This is the star of the show, the Guinness. How'd you like the Guinness, Tammy?
It's
your
very good.
first Guinness.
Very good.
Very good. What would you describe it as? I like how
Very
you open that
smooth.
too. Very smooth.
Very
It's like-
smooth, yeah.
It's thick, smooth,
Yeah.
good taste, good dark beer. Now you guys we were talking, you haven't been to Ireland yet, huh?
Not yet.
It's on the bucket list.
Yes.
I had the pleasure of visiting Ireland. My wife and I went, and I think that's why our son's name is Declan, an Irish name, and our dog is Galway, named after a city. And Ireland is beautiful. If you ever have a chance, go to Ireland. The Cliffs of Moher, the Dingle Peninsula. I got to kiss the Blarney Stone. So this is why I had the gift of gab, obviously. And would you mind passing we're going to add some beef stock here. This is a 32-ounce thing of beef stock. I'm more nervous about this than that shot of Worcestershire, where this is all going to go into the swimming pool right here. But it is a beautiful place. If you have a chance, anyone has a chance, I recommend it. This is some tomato paste. I may have had too many Guinnesses right there. Tomato paste. Several tablespoons here of tomato paste are going to go into this stew, an Irish stew. This is going to be nice, thick and hearty, nice for a cold day. And then we're going to add just a couple bay leaves. We're going to give this a little bit of a stir to 2 bay leaves. So what we want to do is turn it, once it starts to boil, we want to turn this on a low and let it simmer for 2 hours. And then we have one more step and we'll be done with the stew. Now, through the magic of television, I already had one made, so voila. This has been simmering around for 2 hours. Look at all that steam. Ooh, smells pretty good in here. What do you guys think?
It
Smells
smells amazing.
delicious.
So now what we need to
Making
do
me
is we need to
hungry.
make it thick. It's not too thick. So what do? We make a slurry. I love saying slurry. I don't know about you guys. Slurry is a fancy word for cornstarch, a couple tablespoons of cornstarch, and we're just going to add some water to it. And this is going to make, and you want to just mix it up here a little bit until it almost turns into like a cement, nice and thick. You guys ever use slurries?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, you were talking about the Toronto in the 5K is being one of 4 races in Toronto this year, huh?
Yes. Yes.
So what are some of the, how does that work?
Well, this year we actually organized with the other race directors for the Biasi Shuma Memorial 5K, the Colors of Cancer 5K, and the T-Town Turkey Trot to create a Gem City Quadfecta Challenge, where if you complete all 4 races during the same calendar year, we created a special one-of-a-kind coin with Nighttime Creations from Toronto that features the 4 race logos on one side, and then the Toronto hometown heroes, the first responders, the police, fire department, and the emergency medical on the opposite side, with a American flag backdrop that'll be handed out after the 4th race if you complete all 4 events.
Nice. And now, is this the first of the 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is the earliest one, so we don't actually have a coin yet. The design can be found on Facebook. Just go to Gem City Quadfecta Challenge. Has all the information, all the registration info for all 4 races, and the intention is just to create participation for all of the events, and therefore increase the giving to the 5 charities that are represented.
Great. And by the way, since we waited 2 hours for that to simmer, we did have several more Guinnesses. Yes. We're done with the stew. This is basically done, ready to eat, but we need some mashed potatoes with this. I mean, Ireland potatoes, right? Yeah. Colcannon. This is the recipe. You're going to be like, why have I never thought of this? And I love this dish, and it's going to start with bacon. And here's a little trick. Do you guys know this? Instead of a knife, use scissors to cut up the bacon.
All the time.
I found that like a month ago, and I was like, why haven't I thought of this my whole life? Where has this been? But so Colcannon is basically mashed potatoes, but listen to that sizzle. But it has the cabbage and this is going to have some bacon grease, and the cabbage and the green onion, or you can make it with kale, is all going to cook in this bacon grease once this is all cooked down. And then we're going to add in our cabbage and our spring onion. Okay, I forgot the most important part. Our potatoes, right? Irish potatoes. They've been going here. Simple, you just peel the potatoes, cut it, water, put some salt in your boiling water, and let them cook for a long time. We've had our bacon cooking. We have all this nice bacon grease. Now we have our cabbage. Now this stuff's good for you. The butter and heavy cream we're putting in, maybe not so much, but this is good. Uh-oh, I got cabbage overboard. This better wilt down because either that or I'm going to need a bigger pot. And then we got some green onions. And again, if you don't want to use cabbage, I guess traditionally you could use kale, but I'm not a huge fan of kale. Green onions, some people will use leeks. So our potatoes are ready to drain. And these guys have been on here for such a long time. There's not going to be a whole lot of water to drain. So this is heavy cream, butter that I melted in the microwave. And this is all going to go into our potatoes, which are going to be nice and soft. And I just mash away at my potatoes, which are really, really soft. And then I just realized that I was supposed to, all that milk and butter. Remember we were talking about adding it when necessary? I just dumped the whole thing in there. So our potatoes here, we may have some soupy potatoes, but we're going to add all this in here, so hopefully that'll help absorb up some of the liquid. Okay, several minutes have passed by. Now we have our cabbage and our green onion, our bacon, all the vegetables are wilted. So now we're going to put this into the potatoes. Oh man, I'm telling you, this is a meal in itself. We don't even need the Irish stew, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, this is Irish heaven right here. I think we found the pot of gold that all those leprechauns have been looking for all those years. This is really good. Let's see how hot this is. I have it filled to the brims, but well, when I serve, I'll try to scoop better. Okay, so let's get a bowl here. We're gonna have Tambi make now. The traditional way you do this is you put a little indentation in the, and we use a spoon, and then we're going to put a little pat of butter, and that pat of butter is end up going to be like our pot of gold in the potatoes, because we don't have enough butter in here already, and that is just going to put it on top. Now some people, what they'll do, if you just want to make this as like a meal, you don't have the stew going on for you. You could add a fried egg on top of here, huh? You could add that. So
that sounds good.
There's all kind of ways you could play around with this, but this is, I'm telling you, this is a great dish for St. Patrick's Day, a cold winter day. I just realized we still have to add the stew to it. I'll grab this one. I'm going to add the stew, and I was hoping, to be honest with you, the stew would be a little bit thicker than this, but it's a little runnier. So if you want to add maybe a little bit more cornstarch to it, go ahead. So I'll just put a little bit there because we got a lot going on. That's going to be probably pretty hot for a little taste test, but so hopefully you don't burn your tongue. But so we got the Guinness stew, we got your Colcannon. I love saying that, Colcannon. I think you know what you guys need for the start of the race? A cannon going off, and it's called the Colcannon.
Don't give him ideas.
Now all you need to find is a cannon, right? How does the race start?
We actually have a countdown timer pre-race.
Okay, no gun going off right now, right?
No, church bells actually.
Oh, church bells at St. Patrick's Cathedral. if there was a
close
St.
enough,
Patrick's
yes,
Cathedral,
yes.
right? And I'm starting to sound like a leprechaun. Okay, so again, we got the Pat Campbell 5K Fighting Cancer, and that is going to be taking place March 16th. Race time, 10:30 in the morning in the gem city of Toronto, where there's always a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So let's give this a taste. Don't burn your. I mean, this is steaming hot right now. I'm just going to go in for a little bit of the Colcannon. Oh, even not hot. It's good though. It's too hot. It's hot but good.
That was bacon.
The bacon, well, yeah, bacon's good with everything.
You can't go
So
wrong
this
with
is
bacon.
I mean, the meat is super soft. It's just like, look at that. It's just
delicious.
falling apart. It just needs to cool a little bit. I think I need a little Guinness now because I just literally burnt my tongue.
It's fantastic. Taste is amazing, just a little hot.
Sláinte. Thank you very much for
Sláinte.
coming here and
Thank you
to
for
cooking
having
with
us.
us this fine St. Patty's Day recipe. So good luck with the race coming up in Toronto. And we are cooking up a storm where there's always a rainbow at the end. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Dylan Cleland. Thanks for watching, and here's another video to check out, and be sure to subscribe to our channel.